Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. I really appreciate being here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to sunny and hot Florida. And my name is Tom Lelio. I'm the president of Jet Life Aero. I'm an aircraft broker, but not by trade. I got into aviation just out of happenstance, and look forward to sharing some insight into how to get into aircraft sales and what that has done for myself and for my family. How do you know where you're in the right spot? Well, first of all, I would rephrase it and look at life as seasons, right? So are you in the right spot for you right now? Because you might look at your life and be like, I'm not in the right spot. I want to be doing X and I'm doing Y. I'm clearly not in the right spot. Question is, are you in the right spot for now? And I think a couple different ways to know that. Are you in the right spot for you? Yesterday, when we were over hanging out with Dave, who just gave the introduction, he had mentioned that business aviation is kind of like a family. And I thought that was really poignant because in a family, hopefully, if it's a good, nurturing family, they encourage you to be the best version of yourself. And so if you're in the right spot, you should be surrounding yourself with people who want what's best for you and challenge you to be the best version of yourself. So I think that's one way people can get started, just realizing, am I in the right spot for right now? What are my goals moving forward? And then look around at the people that you surround yourself with. Are they going to help you get to that next step? And I think a lot comes to like grace. Give yourself grace, be patient with yourself, because it's not a linear path. I mean, I was a pizza delivery guy, I was a youth pastor, I was a music school teacher, now I'm in aviation. So your path is not going to be linear, and that's okay. And just have patience with yourself to figure out the right spot at the right time. Yeah, a plan B, I think the best way to look at it is just knowing yourself. Knowing what do you like? So yes, you might be a pilot, but there's more to it than just being a pilot. Maybe those skills that make you a good pilot, like multitasking and things of that nature, could also make you a really good administrator, could also make you a really good salesperson. So your plan B, you might not specifically have, okay, if I'm not going to be a pilot, I'm going to be a mechanic. It might not be like that. It might be, okay, now I can't be a pilot anymore, but what are my skill sets where else can I go with this? And so, for me, I needed a plan B because I needed a new career path. And so I didn't look for aviation. I just looked for sales and fell into aviation. So maybe if you're looking for a plan B, you're like not looking for a specific job, but maybe it's a field, maybe it's a skill set that you have or that you want to develop. Those could be good starting places for a plan B if you don't have a specific, if I don't do this, I'm going to do that. I want to give people permission out there to just put yourself out there. And for me, I do a lot of that via social media. And so what was amazing last year, I went to my first MBAA base in Las Vegas. And because I've been putting out social media content a lot for that year, connected with people socially on LinkedIn and such, I ran into a lot of people who knew me and had been following me. And I think if you're looking to get your foot in the door, you can start by your YouTube channel, your social media presence becomes your portfolio. It becomes your resume. So you don't just hand someone a piece of paper or a PDF, but you link them to your social media, and then they get to know you more. They get to spend time with you. So don't be afraid of using social media, leveraging the opportunity that you have to put yourself out there on a daily basis so that when someone finally finds you, they think like, oh, this is the guy, this is the girl that we need. Look at all that they've done, and they're actually putting effort into. And that would piggyback into my second point is you got to put in action, you got to put in work. So if I've had people reach out to me say, hey, Tom, how can I be a broker? How can I work for your brokerage? I'm like, okay, here, go to this website. We have a whole entire app for you to join the community. And on the community, you can learn, you can ask questions, you can go through the course. And two things happen. One, they never sign up. Or two, they go in there, they don't say anything, they don't ask any questions. So that kind of shows me like, are you really into this? And then one person was asking to talk to me on my calendar. So I booked a meeting with them on my calendar. And then when we were speaking, all the questions that he was asking me were questions that were right from the app. So that's showing me like, okay, I gave you the path to walk down. You didn't walk down the path. Now you're talking to me on the phone, taking up time. And I had to say to him, look, I'm really sorry, but the questions that you're asking, they're all right here. Just go look at that, and then let's reconnect after that. So put in the action, leverage digital content, and I think that's one way you get your foot in the door. Yeah, progress I think is interesting because it's one of those things that you kind of gauge for yourself. If we're not talking titles and we're not talking Sometimes what we do is we rely on other people to show us that we're progressing. And I get it. That's a natural thing. Like, show me the good grade, show me the degree. I'm relying on other people to show me that I'm progressing. But I think what could be really helpful is if we flip the script a little bit and we look inward and like, how can I progress? How can I grow? So for example, I came into aviation with no aviation background whatsoever. I was a youth pastor for 10 years and then I worked at a music school. If you're coming to me and saying, hey, I'm interested in anything in aviation, that's kind of a red flag for me. So the more specific you can be, I think you mentioned defense, but I would just say like, this is what I'm looking for, not just like I'm looking for any kind of a job. So yeah, the more specific you can be in what you're looking for and explaining to the employer like, and I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, I think that would help, help you stand out a little bit. But I don't know, what do you think?